Hello there, this is Santos Rolon Jr. here on Next Level Consulting. It is Thursday. I truly and honestly and integrity hope that you have made your day a super fantastic, terrific, over-the-top day in spite of and because of. When I'm out in public, people ask me, how are you doing? I'm always asking that question to other people. And they respond back to me, and I always tell them, I always say this, you know, good days, or they say have a great day, or have a good day, and I tell them, I says, you know, honestly, good days or great days, they don't just come about. We have to make them great. We have to make them excellent. Because as you and I both know, in this challenging world, in 2016, you know, it really is amazing to be living in this time. I'm 49 years old, and I can go back into the 70s a little bit. Of course, I had a really difficult childhood back then. I had a real, what I call a trauma life, earlyhood. I was born in the 60s. But the 70s and 80s and the 90s, a little bit towards the end of the 90s, we began to see a lot of change. You know, technology, work, people. There was just a lot of things that were coming out that wasn't out back then in those times. And of course, today, here we are in 2016, and we're living in a complete different era. Now, I want you to think about this for a minute. Are you the type of person that makes or that thinks about the decisions before you make them? Are you the type of person that has inner joy? You're just happy? You ever heard the term, I've heard this said about people in the past, man, that guy's just happy-go-lucky. I don't know where that term came from, happy-go-lucky. But my point is, this guy, you know, they say when you hear it from other people about other people, hey, this guy's always happy. You know, he's always happy. He's always in a good mood. He's always positive. Well, that wasn't me back then. I was kind of a good guy, but I wasn't happy all the time. Now, I'm kind of throwing this out at you. I want to make this video. Earlier, I was thinking about some material, and as I usually do, when I get inspired, I make videos. I usually make a video. Sometimes I'll make 2 videos a day. Sometimes I'll make 1 every other day. But I wanted to kind of get on this topic of value and integrity. Let me see. Integrity, value, and transparency. Now, we're talking about character. We're going to be talking about the mindset, because the mindset, as you well know, by the way, I appreciate you on the other side of the screen, but the mindset is actually what affects the body. Whatever's going on up here is going to impact what's going on down below. So, are you the type of person that's always happy? Are you the type of person that saves money, that uses money? You know, you use your finances discreetly, you use them correctly. Maybe you've got some good investments going on. What about relationships? What about your friendships? What kind of friends do you associate with? Do you have good friends? Do you have good friendships? Maybe you have a good marriage, you have a good relationship. You get along well with your children. Those are all blessings. And you know, those are the blessings that actually come from a life that has a proper mindset. Because as I mentioned earlier, your mindset will impact everything about you. The way that you listen, the way that you speak, the way that you respond to people, the way that you react, the way that you carry yourself, you know, at home, on the job, with your business, in public. Are you that type of person? It's when you come across people like that, they're pretty remarkable. You know, people that are smart, people that kind of have it together. They're positive people. You know, they're pleasant to be around. Of course, we know about the green-eyed, or the green-eyed monster, jealousy, or people that are intimidated, or people that are judgmental towards those kinds of characteristics. And I believe I was never that way. I was a very shy person. I was an introvert. I grew up with a lot of fear. I had a lot of fears. I lived my life afraid of people, in particular men, because I came from a very traumatic childhood. There was a lot of violence towards my mother and towards us children too. But we did go through a lot for many years. And it wasn't until I left home at the age of 18 and went into the military that my life began to change. But when I got out of the military, see, one thing about the military is that there's structure. You know, when I was growing up, there really wasn't any structure. There was a lot of confusion. There was a lot of pain. There were a lot of dark times. I came into the Navy, and there was a whole change, especially right up here. You know, if you've ever gone through boot camp, you'll know what I'm talking about. But when I got out of the Navy, I was back out on the streets, and I was the opposite of the person that I was describing earlier in this video. I thought I had it all together, but what I didn't realize was that everything that I was doing, the decisions, my associations, how I handled finances, the habits that I created. Of course, my habits were created a long time ago. I kind of suspended them for a while, but you know, it's like a rubber band. When you pull a rubber band so far and then you let it go, it goes right back to its original shape. And that's the person that I was. Now, I've come to the realization that through certain rituals that I perform on a daily basis, I educate myself on a daily basis. The value of being smart today, the value of having inner joy and expressing a positive attitude, the value of proper associations. You know, unless you really know, unless you have a mindset that is positive, that is what I call a victorious mindset, it's hard to choose friends, or it's hard to make best choices with finances. And there's a lot of people that are hurting today because of the choices that they're making and because of the choices that they've made in the past. I'm going to tell you, I'm living the dream today. I'm living on another level. I'm on a natural high every single day. I've always dreamed of becoming a certain person, but I didn't know how to get there. Today, I'm living that person. And I have a great responsibility to help change the lives of other people. I do. I believe that I have a great responsibility. I get online. I'm on social media sites. I'm really spending more time on YouTube because I love making videos. There's just something about videos that I really enjoy doing. I love talking. I love asking questions. I love interviewing people. But I really, really love making a change and creating progress. Helping people to see themselves from a different perspective. Helping people see that there's a giant within you that needs to awake. I remember I read the book by Tony Robbins. Of course, I give all the glory to God for everything that's happened in my life. But I remember reading the book, Awaken the Giant Within, by Tony Robbins. I didn't understand what I was reading. I was reading about paradigms. I was reading about neuro-linguistic programming. I was reading about physiology, gestures, you know. Smiling is a very powerful gesture. In fact, stay tuned. Towards the end of this video, I'm going to give you a little freebie. I'm going to give you a gift if you're willing to stay towards the end of this video. And so, you know, I do a lot of things today to keep my mindset optimized, to keep myself at peak level. I'm very, very careful how I speak to myself and how I speak to other people. And I do a lot of studying every day. Now, I have a vision. My dream, in fact, I wrote down my dream. I want to earn money, lots of it, for helping people stay happy, change attitudes, overcome depression, gambling, bad decisions, inconsistency. I love giving advice, making videos, answering questions, sharing my story, my testimony. I'm trying to build this vision. I'm trying to build a team of people that can actually help me create this vision. And of course, I want to help you create your own vision too. We're all looking for a passion. We're all looking for that thing that's going to make us happier every single day. We're all looking for that path that's going to help us create more wealth, create more money. We're all looking, well, maybe I shouldn't say we're all. Many of us are looking for those things, because we understand the value of it today. You know, as we look out into this complex world today, it's not the same way it used to be back in the 70s and 80s. Technology, jobs are changing. Technology is taking over in many, many areas. People, a lot of people are growing older, obviously. Financial situations are changing very, very rapidly. We're living in an age. We're also living in an age of terror. A lot of people are living frightened today because of terror. So I stopped watching TV for that reason, because I know that there's a lot of negativity coming through the media, and I know what's going on in the world. In fact, there's a lot of things that we don't see with the naked eye. We can't see them, but in time they're going to show up. They're going to be right in front of us. So that's why I'm really passionate about what I talk about in my videos. That's why I'm so passionate to help people change their lives. Because we need to have a certain mindset that's going to impact our lives so that we can be people of value, people of integrity, people that are transparent and consistent in everything that we do. You know, one of the... I don't know if you can relate to this. Maybe you can. You know, one of the worst things that we can have happen to us is getting in a relationship, whether it's through a business or even a relationship with another person, and we find that that person basically has no integrity. There's no inconsistency. There's no passion in that person to seek or to find exactly what it is that they're supposed to be doing in this life. Now, that's kind of hard to say, but it is the truth. It has to be said. And I'm the type of person, I don't like to sugarcoat things. I don't like to brush things under the carpet. Man, I used to be that way. I used to be a pretty rotten person. Good at times, but I was pretty rotten, honestly. That's just the way that I was. Today, I'm a totally different person. Now, I wanted to put all of this material in this video to encourage you to think about the way that you live today. For you to think about your mindset, how your mindset is operating. Because if you're like me, man, all I want is to succeed in every area of life. I want to become better every single day, and I am. Some of the things that I do are pretty radical. And I'm going to probably talk about some of the things that I do in a series of videos coming up. But I have a responsibility, and that is what I mentioned in this, on that page that I read earlier. To change lives, to help people make progress, even if it's just at your job, even if it's just with your business, even if it's just with your relationship. Now, do I have it all together? I can't say honestly that I have it all together. But one thing I know is that I'm growing every single day. One thing I know is that I'm extremely confident in myself, and I believe in myself, and I know where I'm headed. I may not have it all together, but I do know where I'm headed. And I personally believe that the people that come into my circle of influence are going to be impacted in the best way possible so that they can move on and be a beacon of light in this dark world that we live in. Make more money, make better decisions, have better relationships, create more positive habits. That's what I'm about. That's what YouTube, my channel, SRolon.com here, or SRolonNxtLconsulting, NXTL Consulting is all about. So, I didn't want to make this video really long, but unfortunately I did. I appreciate you once again. I thank you. Comment below. There'll be some information about me and what I'm about here and what I'm doing below this video. Comment below. Comment. If you watched this video and you've stayed through, comment. Come on now. Help me help others. Subscribe to my channel. I will see you on another video at the top. And remember to make every single day a super fantastic, terrific, over-the-top day. Daily, in spite of, and because of. And I mentioned that I was going to give you a free gift. Here's my free gift. Smile more. Smile more. I'm telling you, that gesture alone, if you begin to practice it more and more, it's going to change your attitude. It will. Believe me, it works.